Hey YouTube, Mike here. How we doing today? Okay, today is the fourth video in the series on the Rinnai tankless heaters. Today we're going to be doing a service on a unit where we run distilled white vinegar through. You should be doing at least once a year in a residential tankless heater, whatever model number. But on a commercial, which this is an RV park, we have 4 7.5 interiors that run the bathhouse, sinks, showers, and the coin-operated washing machines. And basically, we come 4 times a year, every 3 months, to do service on these units. All right, basically, what service is we're taking distilled white vinegar, 3 gallons, and we're running it through the valve kit. That's why it's very important to have the valve kit, because the valve kit has your shut-off valves, your service valves, and your relief valve. So what you're going to do, first thing, you're going to shut off the unit and unplug it, so you have no power going through the unit. Shut off the water, take off these 2 caps. Your first hose is the pump hose. See, it's a submersible pump, and we use it from a company called Flow-Aid, which they also do make a chemical, a biodegradable chemical, but we prefer the distilled white vinegar. So now, you're going to put that on, just give it a little snug, and open up the service valve. Then you're going to take your second hose, which is just a bare end hose, a return hose, and put it onto the hot side, the red side. So now your service is ready. The other thing that you have to do is you've got to remove the filter. So if he pans down, the filter is right here. We put a pair of needle nose pliers in, and we start it, because this thing is just snugged in there. We remove the filter, we take it apart, we run a brush through it. So it's 2 parts. You have the filter, you have the actual housing, and then there's an O-ring which is in here. We got to take that O-ring out, because you got to watch, the O-ring will get stuck in there. Okay? You got to watch. You got to get that O-ring out. The O-ring goes right over that, like that. So once you have this out, you're going to just run a brush through the actual filter and drop it into the bucket of vinegar. Let it sit. Then you're going to put back the plug, so you can start your service. Just tighten it by hand. Now, it's also good to have another filter. We keep 5 on our truck. We keep a dozen in our shop. Just in case you cannot remove the filter and you have to break it out, you need to put a new filter in there. The filter doesn't come out, put the plug back in and do your service. Or come back when you have another filter. Okay? Then we plug in the pump. You can see it's starting to bubble. You give it a minute, and you start getting the flow. Now remember, when you shut the water off, you're going to be emptying out the heat exchanger. You got to fill it back up. It's going to fill with vinegar. And then you're going to run this through for at least 20 minutes. You're going to look at the flow, and you're going to look at the color of the water. Now, 3 gallons of vinegar, 3 or 4 gallons of vinegar is good for about 4 tanklesses. But we fill this bucket up, and we're just going to do these 3 tanklesses and dump the vinegar out later. So you put it in, and you let it run. Now, we already done the services, and I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes and show you, but we're going to show you now how to take it all apart, because we already did the services. This is just rerunning again. So, say you do it for 20 to 30 minutes. Keep checking it every now and then. Make sure you're still flowing. Look at the color, because what's going to happen is it's going to get real green. On some of the tanklesses that have not been serviced, you're going to get very green vinegar back out. Okay, so your service is done. You did your amount of minutes. You unplug the unit. Take off your hot first. Let it drain back. Shut off your valve, put your cap back on. Open up your relief valve. Let it drain in. Now take off the feed. Shut off the valve. Put your cap back on. Now remove back out the filter housing. Got any cuts on your hand, you put your hand in that vinegar, that's it. You're gonna feel it. Again, make sure that your O-ring, which is lost, get that out. Get your O-ring back on. Look at the filter, there's notches. Match up the two notches. Put your filter back in. Remember, close your relief valve. And now, turn your cold water back on. Keeping all the electric off, don't plug anything back in. Turn your hot water back on. And then pop your relief valve. You're going to get foam and you're going to get the remnants of the vinegar out. Especially if it's a residential house, get it out that way. Okay. Okay. Lead pipe back in. Now you're going to go around to fixtures and flush the fixtures out before you plug it back in and turn the power back on. Okay, YouTube, let me just show you one quick thing here. Michael's showing the plate on the wall. That is given to us by FlowAid. I made copies of it. And basically what we do is we tape it to like the garage wall here. It's on this wall. And we write down the dates of the service that we did, and we have our phone number there. So that at least helps anybody else that comes, and the facility maintenance guy knows what we did. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. The next video is going to be the tools and equipment that you're going to need to service, repair, and install one of these tankless heaters. Okay, YouTube? Take care. I'll see you on the next